Hey guys, it's Scott, and this is my YouTube channel, Escape Art by Scott. And I would just like to start this video off by talk a little bit first and foremost of Tom Brady. Tom Brady has finally retired. It says for good. The only thing I can say about that, good. I really didn't have nothing personal against the guy, but all the, continue to talk about he was the greatest of all time. Are you kidding me? That's all Sports Center and everything has to talk about this morning. But today is the 1st of February. I'm sick of it. Everywhere you look, they're talking about, Brady retiring. What I say to that, good riddance. I'm glad he's gone because, it's only going to take one good hit on that guy before he spends the rest of his life walking funny. He's 45 years old. The body just can't take that punishment, anymore. It ain't like he got hit a lot either, but at his age, I'm just going to take one more time. One good hit, it's going to mess him up permanently for the rest of his life. So I'm glad he's gone. Just stay gone. And that's what I would tell him. Just, stay gone. But as quarterbacks go, he wouldn't even make my top 10. I don't even think he would be close, in making my top 10 quarterback. Now they say, he's the best of all time. Just look up Jim Brown. Okay, Jim Brown, and tell me Brady was better than him. All right? I mean, seriously, really? Yeah, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders. Okay, look up him. Giants had a guy who played defense. Oh, what's his name? Oh, yeah, that's right, Lawrence Taylor. The list goes on and on. Reggie White. Dick Butkus. These guys right here, Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, Joe Green, all these guys way better than Brady. Now you're talking about his rings. Let me explain something to you about rings. That does not make a player great. All right? Okay, name me Tom Brady's backup quarterback. Give me his name. I'm waiting. I don't know. Name me his backup quarterback when he played for the Patriots. I'm still waiting. Nobody knows. Okay, it's insignificant. Name me the backup punter for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Or when Tom Brady won all those rings with New England. What I'm trying to say, guys, that, I speak the truth. It is the truth. That when a team wins the Super Bowl, anybody on that team gets a ring. So Brady's backup quarterback gets a ring. Their backup punter, whoever that may be, they get a ring. All right, Dan Marino has no ring. So if you're telling me you're going to pick Tom Brady's backup, he has a ring. Dan Marino don't. Give me Marino any day of the week over Tom Brady or his backup. All right, so much for the rings. All right, and football is not tennis. Okay, it's not golf where you just one-on-one. It's a team sport. The team wins the Super Bowl or the team loses the Super Bowl. All right, Tom Brady was just lucky to be on great teams. There's times when he played for the Patriots, he can wear his own uniform, one uniform the whole entire season. Because he never got sacked. He never got touched. And he throws little 5-yard little passes to those little receivers and running backs, and they run for 50 yards. Well, guess what? That's 50 yards in Tom Brady's bank, where he says the yards for a career. All right, did he throw 50 yards? No. Those receivers run it. When you take away all of the yards after catch, take away all that from Tom Brady and all the other quarterbacks, okay? Make it fair. And Tom Brady would have less yards than those other guys. The Marino, Elway, all those guys, they can throw the ball. All right? And I'll leave it alone. I will say this. The quarterbacks of today, all right, I'm going to throw out a few. Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills, Lamar Jackson for the Baltimore Ravens, and Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs. I just throw out 3 of them. Now, all those three I just said, can they do what Brady does? I would have to say yes, of course. Let's throw it around the other way. Can Brady do what they do? No! Absolutely not. So, enough on Brady. I'm glad he's gone. Don't come back. All right. I believe the only reason why he stayed this long was to get more yards, because he don't want no one to break his records. That's the only reason. You know, he won that Super Bowl with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fine. He won it with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He didn't win it by himself. Okay, he couldn't find his way out of a sleeping bag, out of a broom closet. I don't think so. But enough on that. Let me explain what's going on here. I want to come out of my building to do an actual painting video for you. Looked around, realized I don't have no canvas. So, I looked around and I seen all my paintings I have done in the past, and I thought I would just share a few of those paintings that I've done in the past, and this is one of them that I picked. I just randomly just took some, out of my supply that I have, and I just threw them. I'm going to show you a few of them. No random. I don't say this is my best one or the one I hate the most, whatever. This is just one I pulled out. Okay. So this here, I've done this painting back in 2018, and as you can see, it's a fall scene with the orange and yellow tree, the leaves and everything. And this is, of course, this is oil. All the videos I've done for over a year now, I've done in acrylic. Back then, when I first started painting, I did it in oil, strictly oil. And one reason you can tell that it's oil is that you can run your hand over it. You can feel the tree bark of these leaves, the trunk, and you can feel the leaves, also the rock. You can feel it, because oil, when it dries hard, it dries thick. And you can rub your hand over. Acrylic, when it dries flat. You can run your hand right over it, you can't feel nothing. You might feel this little bump here and there, maybe. But mainly, it just dries flat. But how I did this was, like in all of my oil paintings that I've done, was that I covered the canvas with something called liquid white. I ain't gonna go on all of these, but it's some Bob Ross stuff that I've used, okay? Called, liquid white. And then I came back with some blue, as you can see. And then, of course, I put my cloud in. Alright, and then probably came back with the land, as you see, the land here. Alright, but first, before I put the land in, of course, I came back here with the waterfall. The waterfall, put the land in, right here. Came back, put some rocks in. A few little splashes, a few little stones out here in the water here. And I came back around here with some more, as you can see, the land here. And now I put in the trees in here. Over here, I got some birch trees. And over here, I got plain, I don't know what you call them, trees. And then I came back with the leaves and all. And let's see that. And that's about it. And then over here, I don't know if you can see it, I just dropped in a few little birds right here. And that's about it. Now the waterfall I did, I believe, it looks like I did that with a palette knife. Alright, and looks like probably the rocks I did also with the palette knife. You can do, palette knife, a brush. You can do the waterfall with a brush also. No big deal with that. And come down here and put some reflections in from this bush here and over here. And little water movements, throughout. And made this area right in here lighter. Come back here with some darker color, darker blue, and to make the edges darker than what the center is. And then now before I put this land in here, I came down with just a brush with some blue paint and some green, and I came down with it. And then I came across, and then I put the water in here, And then I came in with that landmass. That's very important, because if I put that landmass in here first and then started, you know, I gotta squeeze that water in now. It ain't gonna look good. So go ahead, put your water in first, then come back in with your landmass, and it will look more natural. All right, and a little bit easier to do. All right, and I believe that's all I got to say about this particular painting I did. I kind of like them. The leaves came out really nice for me with the color and all. And again, I signed and date them. This one back in 2018. Again, it's oil paint. All right, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna put another one up here and talk about that one. Just hang on. All right, guys, got another one here for you, and I picked this one because this is a beveled canvas, and I'll try to show you. I don't know if you can see that, and you know, it's kind of beveled. It's going at an angle, and I came across this type of canvas. I was searching on Amazon or some other website. I was some art thing on the internet, online. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I came across these, and I kind of liked it, so I went ahead and ordered them. And again, old, very, you feel the tree, and again, it came back with that old liquid white again. Came in with blue and clouds. And then I came back and I put the mountain in. If I remember right, you know, I did this back in, I don't know, it looks like either 2011 or 14. I can't remember. I can't hardly make it out down here, because I signed a datum down here in the bottom left-hand corner, and I can't hardly make it out. But anyway, I believe this is one I did, and I did the mountain. I didn't really like it too much. It was missing something, so came back with some clouds right in front of it, just to miss it a little bit, and it looked all right. Came down here, and this is a brown, no snow on top of these mountains here. It just made a, you know, a brown rocky type mountain. And I came back in there. I came with some green at an angle going up the mountain, little trees and things here. Came right back here with this line of trees here. All right, and then I just came back with a brush and just started painting in the grass, as you see right through here. All right, and then I came back all the way down with it. Came back here with some trees here. Notice there's not a lot of leaves on these trees, because if I put a lot of leaves in there, you don't see the background. So you gotta be careful of that. If you are painting, make sure you can see back here. Don't cover it up with a whole bunch of trees. And then I came back in there and actually put in a few deer here and some bushes. And but the main thing I like about this canvas here, I mean the paint here, is my bushes down here. They really work for me. I really like the way these bushes pops right on out. And that's what I like about this particular painting. Now the canvas itself, you know, you're able to paint, you know, alongside these edges right here. So I was able to paint top and bottom. And that's basically all I had to say about that one here too. Again, I did it in oil, and you can feel the rocks, the mountain, you can feel all of the tree and the bushes. Again, the oil, when it dries really hard, dries really thick, and the acrylic just dries flat. And I guess that's all I had to say about this painting here. So I'll put another one up for you, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, here's one more for you. And I did this one all the way back in 2021. Now, this painting, I believe that this painting is the last oil painting I have done. Because shortly after this one, I started doing my videos, and all I did was acrylic since then. And just thought I'd tell you that right there. And another thing is that why I chose this painting For one, because I believe this was the last oil painting I have done, and two, this is one of the very few paintings I have done that has a man-made object in it. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a fence. I got to put a fence right through here, and I put all kind of flowers and everything growing around the fence. So that's one of the very few times that I've done that, because when I was doing this painting, and I got down to this part right here, what I remember, and I was putting my trees in here, and before I put this tree here, I was thinking it needs something besides just this open area of grass. So I said, why, I think a fence would look nice right through here. So I dropped in that fence right through here. So then, now again, going back to how I painted this, was, as you can see, it started up here with some green. Now this is how you make it, your paths, or even if you're doing your river or anything like this, it start out small right here, and as you're working down your canvas, just make it wider and wider. And that is the secret, how to make things going deep into your painting, okay? So, that's what I did here. And then I came back, as you can see, I just started putting in some trees here. Now, to make your trees look like they're going back, is to come down only so far. Now, I came down here, right here with this tree here. Now, look how far I'm going down and over. That's how far I came down with my tree. I bring my trees down further than I do this one. And automatically you'll have your distance in your trees. Alright? Then you come back in here with your little leaves and your sticks, twigs and everything, and your tree trunk. Did the same thing over here. Alright? Came down here with the old tree trunk, put in the leaves, and again, made these the birch trees here and here. I put the fence in, then I put this tree right in front of the fence. Now when you're putting things in front of something, act like that fence is not even there. And just drop it right down. And the fence ain't even there. Just drop it down, came back and I put my leaves in, and then I came back, put a little path in here, and now so far it's just all green through here. And then I decided, well, wouldn't that look nice to have a whole bunch of flowers? And that's when I came back and started putting the flowers in, the wildflowers and all. Again, it's all in oil. The last painting I believe I did in oil painting. Alright? And that's about all I have to say on that one. And I'll get you one more. Alright guys, this will be my last painting that I'll show you. Save this one for last. This is one of my favorite ones. I still have it. And I did this back, I don't know, looks like, I don't know, 2013 maybe, something like this. But anyway, this is a big one painting. This is a 30 by 40 inch painting. And I did this one for someone, and when it time, I was selling it, and when it time to, pay me for it, and this person, wrote me out a check and was handing it to me, and they said, now you can't cash this until I tell you to. And I said, hey, why don't you just keep that check, and you just, when you come up with the money, you just pay me, and then I'll bring you the, I'll bring you the painting, then you can, you can pay me in cash. I don't like taking checks, and for obvious reasons. Well, it's been, I don't know, years now, and I'm still waiting to get paid for it. And when I look at it, it's their loss, not mine. But anyway, let's see here. Came right through here with some black paint. So all this, as you see, was black. Up here was still white. Then I just came back in here with some, blue, darkened it up over here. Dropped in some old trees and some leaves, whitened this up a little bit right through here, and came back in here. I got some more sun rays coming through here. Now, when I got done with the painting, it was missing something. and I was missing those sun rays. I thought sun rays would make it a very nice looking painting, and to me, it needed it. Those sun rays. Came back in here with some grass right through here, and dropped in a little bit of water, and right here's my waterfall. Came back down here with some more land mass. I got some rocks right through here. I don't know if you can see it down here. Some more rocks out here and over here in the water. Then when I got down to here, got all this land mass, of course. When I got down here, I just took my brush, came down, straight down, like I do with acrylic. Acrylic and oil, in my opinion, the technique's the same. The only difference is, you know, really when you're painting, there's the drying time. Acrylic, you know, dries very quick, within 10 minutes. You know, something like this right here, it might take 7 to 10 days, depending on where you store it at, really. Now, when I did my oil paintings, when I did the smaller ones, of course, what I did, when I get done painting, especially during the hotter months, you know, I take them and I put them out there in my car. We all know that, you know, it's very hot in cars or trucks, you know, during the summertime. It gets really hot in there. So that's what I did. I put them out there, let them dry. Now, of course, you know, oil has a very strong smell to it. If I knew I was going to go somewhere, and I'd go out there and get my painting out for about an hour, let the windows down, let up some of that, you know, vapors and all get up out of there before I got into the vehicle. So remember that, if you're going to do that, make sure you get your painting out an hour, if not 2 hours. However, you know, however long, get it out of there. Let those vapors ain't too good for you to breathe in. But anyway, came down here with my brush and got some white paint, and I just came down and went across again, give it that little shine. I have that shine. With my waterfall here, just came with a brush here and just put in the little fan brush, put a little splashes in. You know, that much waterfall, you know, you're gonna have some splash down here. So put it in, and it coming right around here on the rocks, right around. Now you gotta be careful with oil, because if you touch that brush to that rock, whatever paint was on that rock, now it's gonna get into the water. So you gotta be careful. You know, with acrylic, you don't have to worry about that. You can paint this waterfall, all right, and then the rocks, and let it dry. Go somewhere else, paint these trees, let that area dry, paint these trees in, bushes. By the time you get done, the water here, or the rocks rather, will be dry. So now you don't have to worry about it. The paint mixing. So you come right over the rocks. That's what I like about acrylic. You know, it's a dry time. You can go right over it. You don't have to worry about the paint mixing as much as you do with the oil. You got to be careful with that, with oil. With acrylic, no problem. And then I came down here, right here in the corner, and I just put me in some another land mass, and I put me in some bright red bushes and things right through here, as you can see, and that's about it. That's all there is to it. Just remember, from this point down was all black, but you can't really tell that, can you? And the reason why I did that, guys, is that I knew I was going to have a lot of dark areas in here. It's very difficult, you know, because the canvas is white. If I didn't have all that dark in here, you know, too much white would show through. But there's a lot of areas in here where I don't have no paint at all. By this area right in here, there's no paint. So that area right here would be white. It'd be just white as this. And that wouldn't look good. So I knew I was going to have a lot of dark areas, especially in between these trees right here. Okay? And I think that's about it. And this is my last painting I was going to show you. And again, you know, subscribe to that channel for me and hit that like button. You know, to let all your friends know and everything. And you know, message me. Let me know what you want to see. Less talking, more painting, or just fine the way I'm doing it. So you know, let me know. I would appreciate it. All right. Until next time, guys, I'm gonna have to go to town and get me some canvases, and I'll be back to do another good video for you. I'm painting, and all right. Again, I'm Scott. This is Escape Art by Scott. Until next time, guys, take care of yourself.